Peter of Psquare has threatened to expose his twin brother, Rude Boy, and maybe their elder brother, former manager Jude Okoye, on the reason why he took them to EFCC. Welcome to the channel, guys. It's the Rose Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. So you guys know that for a while now, Peter and Paul have been having issues, and this makes me so sad. This breaks my heart because I cannot even imagine siblings quarreling on this magnitude. Talk more of twins who are quarreling, and a lot of people are throwing blame, saying that it is Paul. Other people are saying it is Peter. Other people are saying it is Jude, the elder brother, who doesn't seem like he wants his brothers to be in unity, or doesn't seem like he has the ability to reconcile his two younger brothers who were once, the number one artist in the whole of Africa, who made waves, who were very successful, whose music, even up until now, if you play, people still get on their feet and start throwing it down, dancing. Jude Okoye, Peter Okoye, Paul Okoye, who do you guys think is at fault in all this? Because you guys remember that just last week, Paul Okoye went on an interview and he was talking about the fact that his brother dragged him to EFCC and they released or exposed his bank statement. So he said something. He said, what if I was doing something shady? And I'm like, okay. That if I was doing something shady, my brother would have exposed me like this just because he was trying to get me, to mess me up and to get me to EFCC. Now, initially, they said it was Paul's brother, Jude, who opened another account with his wife's name, and money from their record label was entering into the wife's account, the new account, who the wife was like, the signature to the account. And nobody knew that the account was getting money from, the record that Peter and Paul had released earlier on. Now, also, Paul is saying, I'm the one who wrote almost all these songs for Psquare. 99% of the songs I wrote. What did you do in the record label? You were just dancing when we were singing, shooting videos. You didn't really create any song in the record label. So why are you dragging my songs, the ones I created when we were Psquare? Paul has now come out, or Peter rather, has come out to, he wrote a note to his brother, an open letter to his twin brother, and he was talking about the fact that his brother failed to acknowledge the songs that he himself, Peter, wrote. He wrote a letter to his brother that aired this morning on social media, and let's just read the letter together first. An open letter to my dear brother Paul Okoye, aka Rude Boy. He said, my dear brother Paul, just like I've told you several times, I'm not in any competition with you or anybody else. However, seeing you grant countless interviews where you constantly discredit my efforts in the group that we both created and built together really speaks volume. In your recent interviews, you claim that you wrote and sang 99% of all Psquare songs and discredited me by saying that our song with T.I. Ejajo, which I wrote, was a failure. Ooh. You went on to discredit me using YouTube views. Again, you never acknowledged the other songs like Get Squared, Busybody, Personally, Roll It, Temptation, Alingo, More Than a Friend, Shikina, Say Your Love, Give Me That, Senorita, Igbedu, and a few others. Were those songs also considered failures as well? So now Peter is saying that these songs I mentioned, guys know personally, personally, I think which other one, Senorita, Mamacita. See, we know Psquare. These guys were happening, and I'm just singing songs from off my head from over 10 years ago, and I've not listened to these songs in years, and I still remember it. You guys, I just feel so bad for these brothers. So now Peter is saying that those songs, from what we can see or read, understand what he wrote those songs. So if Peter or if Paul is saying that he wrote most of the songs, and the ones that Peter wrote were a failure, are you trying to say that all these other ones that Peter mentioned were failures because you guys know personally it really happened? And oh God, I feel so bad. So he said that every time that you granted interviews, or he always said I, and that Peter, always says we and us because he saw them as a twin, but his brother will not do the same thing. My brother, neither of us is the most talented artist in the world, but you fail to understand that God gave us this talent and even granted us another chance to excel. This one breaks my heart more because we really welcome them back again, and now, years later, look at this. After our last breakup, instead you chose to turn the most awarded and decorated music group in Africa into a laughingstock. One thing you need to understand is that the fans didn't fall in love with Peter or Paul. They fell in love rather with Psquare because they didn't care who sang, who danced. They just were very happy. And what made it special was the fact that they were together. Psquare was the force, and the fans fell in love with Psquare because of the uniqueness and unity. We both have talent, no doubt, and I have often praised you in our interviews. For your songwriting ability, I have also praised everyone who has ever written a song for us, or even for me as Mr. P. But instead of showing gratitude for my kind words, you seem to find satisfaction in rubbing it in my face, forgetting that it is by God's grace that we have come this far. He went ahead to say that instead of his brother joining him to reclaim the number one spot in the music industry, he chose to team up with Jude to claim the number one spot in the Psquare group, always looking for opportunities to marginalize and humiliate him. You're always claiming to be Psquare's songwriter, composer, producer, singer, backup vocalist. In fact, you are everything, including Psquare's video director, band promoter, manager, even the choreographer. You are the author and finisher of Psquare. In fact, I dash you 100% of everything because the 99 you not do. I blame myself for not responding to your tweet claims on April 2015 that you wrote all the songs for Psquare. I didn't respond to those false claims for the sake of peace as advised by my family and friends, and now I'm paying dearly for it. So my brother, let me ask you, is Rude Boy or Mr. P bigger and more successful than Psquare? And seriously, very, very valid question. You guys, very valid question. Do we command the crowd or shut down stadiums like Psquare normally does or would normally do? I often find myself wondering, what do you truly gain by constantly disrespecting and belittling me all the time? You've disrespected my wife. So sad. You guys know the story. My family, my talents, my ideas, and even sided with Jude when he clearly is always trying to oppress me. And now he's saying that his brother Paul has actually taken a step further, trying to turn his fans against him, saying that Peter is jealous of him. Paul, Rude Boy, the one with the dread. He went ahead to say that in all these things his brother is doing, I hope that you know that the fans will not hate me. Instead of them to hate me, they're going to hate us, Psquare, as a team, and he wishes him all the best. And, all the fans that will come to his page to ask questions, he's just trying to clear the air and tell you guys what the truth is. You guys are just very bad for these brothers. And I feel more sad because they are brothers. They are twins. And, people are throwing blames. Some people say it's Psquare, he's the older brother, you should try and unify them. Other people are saying Jude unified them because he was one that, managed and produced for them earlier on, and made them also as successful as they were. Others are saying these twins, you can dump your brother and just choose each other because you are the ones that are literally, they're identical. So you can tell that they are the one fertilized egg that split. So they are the same people. If you ask me, they are the same people and they should always choose each other. You guys, this breaks my heart more and more because you guys remember that when they came back together, I know they too quick cry, but when I watched their first concert, their reunion concert, I literally shed a tear. I was like, oh, their mother will be so happy because they have come back together. And look at it, just years later, the same battle. That means I feel like sometimes you cannot build on a faulty foundation. What is the problem? They have to get to the root of it. And you guys, I feel like people should let them get to the root of it because it's probably going to get messy, really, really messy. But if they don't fix the roots, they cannot fix the structure. And it might mean, okay, if Psquare or Paul claims he's writing 90% of the songs or 99 like he claims, and he feels like Peter is not writing. Peter is singing some part of the song, Abby. Peter is dancing. And you guys know that when it comes to Peter and Paul, Psquare, we love them, because they were singing and dancing. So, one thing does not overimpose on the other. If Paul wants to be paid more because he's writing the songs, Paul, then they can negotiate it. I'm sure that Peter might be willing to, okay, I will take a pay cut because you're writing more of the songs. I don't know if he's willing to do that because like Peter said, none of us are making as much money as we made as Psquare. So if it means coming together and taking a pay cut, working on their differences and just being successful, because if they come back together now, people are still going to receive them. Nigerians love Peter and Paul. Nigerians love Psquare, but Nigerians don't really care about Mr. P. I don't really care about Rude Boy like that, So fix your issues. The both of you can do without Jude Okoye. You guys, that's not the truth. They can do without Jude being their manager. But Jude can manage other people without managing them. I'm not saying he should stop being a manager. He can manage other artists and just leave the brothers alone because it seems like Paul always takes his side. Now, Peter is claiming to be the marginalized one. Nobody knows why that is. It's possible that, there might be an issue why he is, but it's also possible that they just want to oppress him. I don't know what it is. We don't know all the details, of what they go through. My own is they should just come together or don't come together. Share everything so that everybody can go their separate ways and be successful in their own right. If Mr. P wants to be singing once in a while, he does that. If Rude Boy feels like because I can write, I can sing without your help, then he can do that. That's his business. But please don't cheat each other on the money you made when you were together. If you were singing all the songs and you had a contract that said, we're going to get paid this amount, or this percentage is my own, please pay off. Then you can make a new contract. You can do that. You can go ahead and start singing by yourself. And like Paul said, or Peter said, you don't make the same money. You guys know that. But what is my business? You guys still have money. My own is look for a way to settle, either come back together or stay apart peacefully as much as possible. Nigerians love these people too much for this mess they are creating. I want to know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section. It's a real show. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.